This is one of my secret weapons for one bag travel. It's a packable backpack. Basically, it folds up into itself, takes up almost no space, and it gives you a lightweight day pack once you're at your destination. Whether you're hitting a grocery store, heading to a cafe with your laptop, or you just want something better than overstuffing your pockets, this is a go-to travel essential. This one is by Osprey. I've been using this model for like 10 years. I think I paid around $45 for it, and I've used it on more trips than I can count. It weighs almost nothing, packs down very small, and it even comes with Osprey's lifetime warranty. I've gladly recommended this bag a bunch of times on this channel, but it's also super bare bones. No structure, thin straps. It's maybe a 1 out of 10 in terms of comfort. So I went out and spent my own money on several of the best rated packable backpacks on the market in hopes to find the ones that are the lightest weight, pack the smallest, most comfortable, hopefully have some durability, and of course, are a great value for your hard-earned money. By the way, none of these companies have any idea I'm making this video. So, do you really have to spend 45 bucks for something like this? Well, according to Gonex, no. This is the Gonex lightweight packable backpack. It's 20 liters, weighs only 6.5 ounces, and it costs just $17. And honestly, it's not fancy. The fabric isn't premium, but it does pack into itself. It has 3 zipper compartments, and even though the straps aren't padded like a real backpack, they aren't completely worthless. What I like most is how easy it is to repack. The stuff pocket is nice and roomy, so you can actually flatten the bag like a pancake instead of having to ball it up like some others. Is it built to last forever? No, I'd say it's the least durable bag on today's list. But it's got 4.6 stars out of almost 2,000 reviews on Amazon. And I'd say if you just need something light, compact, and dirt cheap for errands, groceries, or as a backup while traveling, this thing is great. Now, both the bags we've seen so far were pretty light, but check this little guy out. The Sea to Summit Ultra Sil, weighing in at just 2.5 ounces. At $45, it's the same price as the Osprey, but it's half the weight and almost 2 liters more capacity. It's made from 30D siliconized Cordura fabric, which makes it the most durable that we've seen so far, and it packs unbelievably small. It has its own built-in little stuff sack with a carabiner, so you could clip it to your main bag if you wanted to. There's some daisy chain loops down here for attaching extra gear. The straps are reinforced, but I don't like that they don't seem to adjust quite short enough. And with no padding or internal structure, it feels more like you're wearing a shopping bag. Now listen, comfort and organization are basically a 0 of 10. And what I've learned in my time researching this category is that those two things can actually be sort of related. Depending on what you're carrying, having the ability to separate certain things or sort of configure the bag can often dramatically up the comfort compared to a bag that just has one floppy, cavernous opening. But for ultralight travel or as an emergency backup bag, this thing is incredible. When you absolutely need to save as much weight and space in your bag as possible, this is an amazing solution. But it's not the only solution to that problem. The biggest thing that takes up space in people's bags is the clothing you pack. And my #1 space-saving hack is trading a few normal clothing items for pieces made with merino wool. And merino isn't the cheapest material out there, but I think it's highly worth the investment. The big reason is it helps you cut down the amount of clothing you need to bring because it's totally okay to rewear. When I pack a merino shirt, I'm expecting at least 3 wears out of it on that trip because the natural properties of merino make it antibacterial and antimicrobial. Plus it's lightweight, quick drying, and wrinkle resistant. My company of choice is Unbound Merino because they make these products specifically with travelers in mind. I love their products, and I've personally been wearing their stuff since way before we had a YouTube channel worth sponsoring. So if you're ready to upgrade your travel wardrobe, click the link below and use the code AWAYTOGETHER to get 10% off everything they make. Big thanks to our friends at Unbound Merino for sponsoring today's video. All right, back to backpacks. Maybe you want something that feels a little more like a day pack you'd wear at home. This is a great option. The Bauer Stowaway gives you a more traditional backpack experience with real shoulder straps, decent back support, and enough organization that you don't feel like you're just making do. You've got a roomy main compartment with an internal sleeve, water bottle pockets, external zip pockets for keys or snacks, and even a few lash points if you want to clip on extra gear. It's 20 liters of storage, and while it does pack into its own pocket, it's not winning any awards for packability. This thing just kind of folds, it doesn't really compress. But there's a definite step up in terms of comfort here. Surprisingly, this is one of the most comfortable bags on the list. The 200 denier ripstop polyester feels solid. It's not heavy, but at 11 ounces, it's definitely one of the bulkier options in this group. Now this bag normally retails for around 40 bucks, but Eddie Bauer has insane sales multiple times per year. I don't think it would be crazy to think you could snag this backpack for $20, especially around the holidays. A great option for durability, function, and organization is this pack from 511 Tactical. It's made from rugged 70D recycled ripstop nylon with quality hardware, mesh shoulder straps, and a removable sternum strap that actually makes it more comfortable than you'd expect for a bag this size. It's hydration compatible, has stretch woven side pockets for water bottles, and opens clamshell style so you can access everything quickly. It's listed at 12 liters, but it sure seems like more. It definitely has a tactical look, which may or may not be your vibe, but it's got a serious build and smart features to back it up. You also get gear loops, external pockets, and even laser cut MOLLE on the shoulder straps. And if you already travel with a bigger bag that has a MOLLE organization system, this one is MOLLE compatible, so you could clip it right onto your main pack and go. At $60, we're climbing up there in price, but you could see the level of detail and durability increasing as well. Another great pack by a company whose bags we really like, Tortuga. At 19 liters, it's a great size for a day out, and when you pack it down, it compresses to about the size of a lightweight packable jacket. It doesn't fold down super tiny, but it's still pretty travel friendly. This backpack is super durable, made from 70D ripstop nylon with Extrema reinforcement, paired with YKK zippers and Woojin buckles. So it feels more like a premium travel accessory than just a throwaway backup. The straps and back panel are both super padded like Tortuga's other bags, so I had high hopes this would be the most comfortable bag on today's list. But I'll say, depending on what you're packing, the lack of organization can make the load distribution on this one a little awkward. You also get water bottle pockets on both sides, lockable zippers, and a removable sternum strap for added support. At 80 bucks, it's one of the pricier bags on the list, but it looks clean, carries smart, and it fits perfectly into a more polished one bag travel setup. But not everyone wants their travel bag to look like travel gear. If you're after something sleeker, something that blends into an urban setting without sacrificing performance, check this out. The Matador Refraction is easily the most stylish bag on this list. It's got a sleek, premium aesthetic with really nice materials. Recycled nylon, YKK water-resistant zippers, and a structured silhouette that feels more urban EDC than outdoor utility. This is the kind of pack that you can wear into a coffee shop or a co-working space and not look like you just rolled in from a campsite. Looks aside, it's 16 liters, packs into its own pocket, and has one of the best layouts of any of the bags on this list. Hidden stash pockets, zippered security loops, water bottle sleeves, a luggage pass-through, and just enough organization to keep your essentials tidy. It's also surprisingly comfortable. The padded straps and contoured back make it a real competitor in terms of wearability. It's not the lightest, the smallest, or the cheapest, but if you want a travel day pack that blends into an urban setting and still holds its own on a trail, this one delivers. For 60 bucks, I think it might be the most versatile and practical option for travelers on this list. But what about for ultra gearheads and serious outdoors people? If you want something that can handle the elements and disappear when not in use, this last one is in a class of its own. Another great bag from Matador, the FreeFly. This is part of Matador's Advanced series, and it is built to take a beating. Made from Robic nylon reinforced with UHM WPE, which is the same ultra tough fibers used in climbing equipment, this is hands down the most durable bag in today's lineup. It's got sealed seams, weatherproof zippers, reinforced panels, gear loops, and compression straps. If you're looking for a packable backpack that can handle serious outdoor use, this is it. And despite all that protection, it's shockingly comfortable. The straps are solid, the fit is great, and once it's on your back, it just works. No weird pressure points or awkward bounce. Now here's the one big trade-off. Unlike every other bag on this list, the FreeFly doesn't technically pack into itself. It comes with a separate mesh compression sack. I do hate that you have to keep up with that little sack, and I did knock off a point in the packability category for that reason, but it packs almost as small as that Ultra Sil, and it's far more comfortable and durable. On paper, if you tally all the scores, this is the most well-rounded bag on the list, which it better be because it's 80 bucks. As I said, Matador has no idea I'm making this video, but I'm pretty blown away by both this bag and the Refraction. In terms of the others, the Ultra Sil, although not all that comfortable, really impressed me as well with how lightweight it is and how small it packs. I still love my little Osprey, but now I'm convinced that there are some way better options out there. If you decide any of these bags are for you, please consider using the links below. I've also included the data sheet with info and measurements on all these bags. This is just one of my travel essentials, but if you want to know all the other clutch items for making one bag travel easier, you're gonna wanna check out this video here. Thanks so much for watching. Happy travels.